You might have heard that there's currently a major campaign asking President Biden to designate the Frances Perkins National Historic Landmark in Maine as the country's newest national monument. Who was Frances Perkins and why does she merit a national monument? Most of us have heard that it was President Franklin Roosevelt's New Deal that got us out of the Great Depression in the last century. But did you know that it was a woman who was the main architect of that historic document? And it's because of her that workers have limited work hours, weekends off, workers' compensation, Social Security, and many of the other benefits designed to make the workplace fairer for employees. She was the labor secretary under FDR. Her name is Frances Perkins, and she was the first woman in U.S. history to serve in a presidential cabinet position. Frances was born in Boston in 1880, and after graduating from college, she moved to Chicago, where she volunteered at Hull House and witnessed firsthand the abhorrent treatment of workers. There were no labor laws or wage minimums, and children as young as 4 years old were working on factory floors for as many as 60 hours a week. After moving to New York in 1909 to further her education, she witnessed a factory fire in which 146 people died because the doors had been locked to prevent theft. She was horrified at the legally accepted way employers were allowed to treat their employees. It was on this day the New Deal was born, she was later quoted as saying. Frances devoted her life to worker safety and improving working conditions and served on the New York State Industrial Commission. It was during this tenure that she became friends with New York's governor, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who, after being elected president, appointed her as his labor secretary. In this position, she was the main designer and driving force behind Roosevelt's New Deal, putting America back on its feet after the Great Depression. It was her compassion for workers and determination to make the workforce a place of fairness for all that gave birth to Social Security, the 40-hour work week, and many of the labor laws that are in place today. Frances' government career ended in 1952, and in 1979, the U.S. Department of Labor building in Washington was named in her honor. So the next time you're enjoying your mandated weekend off from work, talking about your Social Security benefits, or using fair labor practice laws regarding your rights in the workplace, remember to thank a woman. Thank Frances Perkins.